Hello, my name is Aiden Nagaro, and this is the small group interaction assignment. The first question for the assignment was, how did your involvement with this group differ from other groups you have been involved with before? Did you consider this a team or a group? Why? And what specific roles were assigned to members, and how did this affect interaction and performance? For the first part of that question, I would say that I took up a more kind of leadership role. Usually, like in past groups, I've been kind of like the observer slash just the person that puts together all the information so that we have it in one place. But for this assignment, I took more of a leadership role and kind of did a little bit of everything. And so that was the first part of that. And I consider this more of a team. We all have pretty good communication, just kind of assigning each other roles and communicating what needed to get done in this assignment. So I would consider this a team. What specific roles were assigned to members and how did this affect interaction and performance? For the first kind of day that we were introduced to this stock assignment, there was only two of us. So we decided kind of there, just like to split the roles up. For the first day, I was kind of like the observer slash person who does the research, because there was only two of us. So we had to split the work between the two of us. And for the rest of the days, kind of just let everyone decide what roles they wanted to do based on what needed to be done that day. So it wasn't too bad. Another thing to note was that this didn't really affect us in a bad way during the performance or interactions. In fact, I would say that it actually helped us a little bit more just to get the work done a little bit faster and just do it in a timely pace. So, yeah. For question number 2, what roles did individuals play? What roles did you assume? Did interaction change as certain people were asked to be the observer? Did you notice any of the individual roles emerge? If so, how did this group deal with this person? So for the first part of that question, I would say that I didn't really see any individual roles show up during this assignment. Example of some individual roles that could have happened were aggressor, blocker, recognition seeker, self-confessor, joker, dominator, special interest pleader, and help seeker. During this assignment, I didn't really see any of those, so I couldn't say that those really played an impact during our assignment. Some of the roles that I assumed were probably some of the social roles and the task roles. Some of them would be the initiator, information seeker, and information giver, or the recorder. Recorder was mainly like the first day of the assignment. And then some of the social roles that I kind of took up would be probably the encourager or the group observer. But I mainly took up some task roles, so just the ones that I mentioned earlier. Another thing to note was that the interactions didn't really change if people were asked to be the observer. It's kind of just like do your best to observe what's going on, kind of write it down, stuff like that. No one really kind of had a problem with it, so that was good. And then for question number 3, what norms emerged in the group? Which of these were formal norms and which were informal? Did you notice any change in group members' attendance during the group project? Did members come early or stay late? Was attendance during the group project better than or about the same as before the project? How did meetings start? What happened the day the group leader was the observer? Relate your ideas to the kind of leadership that emerged in your group. Which of the leadership styles did your group incorporate? Was it successful? For the norms that emerged in the group, I would say just starting the meeting and talking about what stocks we should keep or buy, and just discussing what to add to the Excel sheet, as well as what is being observed. For the second part of that question, which of the formal norms, or which one of these were formal norms and which were informal, I would say they were pretty much all formal norms. There wasn't really any informal norms. And I would say for the most part, all of us were there. Or not all of us, but I'd say at least 3 members of the team were there at all times. There was a few days where there was only 2 of us, but that didn't really happen as often. I'd say for the most part, all of us were there. So that covers the attendance part. And I already covered how the meeting started. We just started just talking about which stocks were doing good that day and which ones we should keep or buy. As for the other part of the question, which was what happened the day the group leader was the observer, nothing. I mean, it was a pretty normal day. Nothing really happened that was pretty significant. It was just kind of observing what we were doing, pretty much the normal thing that we would always do. And for the other part, relate your ideas to the kind of leadership that was emerging in your group. I would say it was more of a delegative type of leadership role, just kind of let everyone do their own decisions and kind of voice what they were thinking. As long as we all decided that it was a good decision, we went with it. So this just allowed us to be more independent and just pretty much do our own thing, as long as it kind of affected us in a positive way. So I would say that was our form of leadership. And this, it says, for the other part of the assignment, it says, which of the leadership styles did your group incorporate? Was it successful? Like I said, it was the delegative one. We only used kind of one form of leadership. And I thought it was pretty successful because, we completed the assignment and we were all communicating pretty good on a day-to-day basis, and we actually have a group chat. So as long as we communicated everything to each other and we agreed, everything went smoothly. So I think it was successful. In regards to question number 4, I would say that power was distributed pretty equally within the group. So that's all for question 4. In regards to question 5, I think that we all communicated pretty often during the group, so interaction patterns didn't really change. They didn't really change from beginning to the end because we're always communicating on a day-to-day basis. No cliques were identified, and we communicated pretty often, like I said before. Thought we did that pretty well, so yeah. For question number 6, I would say that we went through the coming together stages, just all of them. Because we were communicating on a pretty daily basis, so say we formed a pretty good bond there. We didn't enter the coming apart stages, which is pretty good, and it allowed us to successfully complete this assignment, and we also didn't get stuck in any of the stages, so yeah. I would say for question number 7, the agenda we followed was just to get our work done, as successful as possible, and be efficient while doing that. So I don't think we had a specific kind of agenda type that we followed, but communication allowed us to successfully complete this assignment efficiently, and I feel it was a success. Overall, I would say that our interaction as a group was very successful. I think that it was also very effective. I was pleased with almost all of the elements of the process that we did. We were pretty effective in getting our tasks done, stuff like that. I feel like the things are 2 things that I would like to change is that all of our group members were there, as well as, I guess, just more time to talk about the stocks. But, other than that, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.